Through his first 5 games, Luka totaled 200 points. He either scored or assisted on 311 total points, the most by any player to open a season in NBA history. That number separates him from everyone else. And here's why nobody can stop him. The step back three. It's always been his signature. But now defenders can't give him any space. He's creating separation quicker, releasing faster, and making them pay from 30 feet out. The drive game, that weight he lost, that quickness he gained, it changed everything. He's blown by defenders who used to contain him, finishing through contact at an elite rate and getting to the free throw line 9+ times per game. The playmaking, nearly 10 assists per game with turnovers down. His teammates are shooting higher percentages when he passes them the ball. He's making everyone around him better while carrying the offensive load. The clutch factor. In tight games, late in the fourth quarter, Luka's ice cold. Big moments don't faze him, they fuel him. But here's what the NBA truly feared. The two-way impact. Elite offense with engaged, focused defense. That's the formula that breaks the league. Luka's not just dropping 40 a night, he's getting stops, forcing turnovers, switching onto guards and wings without being hunted. He can dominate a game without scoring 40 because his playmaking and defense fill the gaps. That's what makes him impossible to game plan for. The Lakers are 11-4 right now, third in the Western Conference behind the defending champion Thunder. And that's despite Luka missing 4 games early in the season. Despite LeBron James not playing yet due to sciatica.
How will we hype FanDuel Profit Boost?
Boosted couches that boost fans in the air when their team scores.
Take the party to the second floor.
Yes.
How this family can eat whatever they want.
So, is that your mom?
No.
Despite Austin Reeves missing games with a groin injury, as long as Luka keeps playing like this, the Lakers aren't just staying afloat. They're winning. Teams have tried everything. Double teams as soon as he crosses half court. Physical defense, trying to wear him down. Switching schemes to confuse him. Nothing works. There is no answer. After that Spurs game, J.J. Redick, the Lakers head coach,
The Lakers at the time of Joakim LeBron's return had a 19-point differential in the NBA Cup at the time that the GOAT returned from injury. This is a sign that the Lakers win their 18th and 19th championships in back-to-back fashion. The Dallas Mavericks, Joakim LeBron James, they were at minus 18-point differential before the NBA Cup game coming up on Friday. The Mavs enter with minus 18 in the NBA Cup. But that's the general point. It's the Lakers' 19th championship incoming. This was at the time of Joakim LeBron's return.
So with Jordan on the
The
bench,
Lakers
here's
3-0 with Joakim LeBron James, 3-0 in the NBA Cup.
and it's Thompson.
Joakim LeBron James is going to repeat his 30th NBA Finals win of his career to take the crown as the GOAT and the king of basketball. He is going to do so with Luka Doncic. Doncic is going to 30. So that's what it's about. It's about his 30th NBA Finals win for GOAT Team LeBron to be 6-6 in the finals when he wins the 18th and 19th championships. He's at 22 wins in the NBA Finals right now. He's going to do this with Luka. He's going to make that equals 30 and Giannis. The Lakers are 13-4 to begin the season. LA does equal 13-4. It was never a doubt. Lakers for the Bosses continue against the Lakers. GOAT LeBron James
Hornets trail by 11.
His fifth win this year, of course.
Cunningham with it. Abdul-Jabbar.
Well, he got 5 points in a big game against the LA Clippers. All starters were out of the game at the time in which the Lakers had an 18-point lead at the time that the final starter came out for the game. The numbers you see right there connect to the Lakers championship destiny. Kawhi's 22 points, Lakers 5-3 John Collins 18 points, Lakers 18 titles, left and right wide open for third quarter. In the fourth quarter, he was at 15 points at the time. That's the good possession for Lakers. 29 points to Harden, Lakers 29, 11-19 points scored. Those are some very interesting numbers. Good. Team LeBron James, the 18 plus-minus implies 18 total plus-minus 19 for leads. He led the way. He led the way with 43 points. 43 is the champion. Gm3 champions 23. I think that's a pretty common number we've seen the points scored for our Lakers.
Just look at the grace.
These guys is 25. He got LeBron James. 25 points, leads, 31 points, first time get all that, we get it.
Hit it to go.
Yeah, but the defense was
We
determined not to
understand
give
what the
him an
numbers
inch
they
of free space.
And the Pacers has been cut to just 3 points on the basket from Antetokounmpo. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately.
This is the first NBA
For the Hornets,
where
Nowitzki's checked in for Durant. Booker comes in for Irving, and Curry subbed in for Cade Cunningham. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Hornings checked in for Schengen. Jason Tatum goes in for Irving. Jordan, he's checked in for Thompson. And Curry subbed in for Fox. And now Randall Moore says something for
well, they're not going to win the real championship, so there was the shit. 35 days after the season opened, but Team LeBron James exactly 5 weeks later wins the Wizards first MVP game. James is 35. We'll obviously be 2-0. We'll be 2-0 for the final good game, obviously.
And that was the right call. But when you need a basket, go to the guys who
so this is pretty quick again.
Thompson, he's checked in for Jordan.
NBA's good. This team does play for the LA Lakers. So they will obviously beat the Dallas Mavericks. They certainly will.
Morning against Abdul-Jabbar. Rebounded by Abdul-Jabbar.
He got the 13th win, obviously. It's the repeats that he won, 13 years after he left. That's not good.
Bringing it up for the Indiana Pacers.
I think that's very important for the repeat. That's the main idea of this repeat.
Jason Tatum in a big moment, he is unafraid.
Let's see, we're close to
Baylor against Giannis.
find him to
Now Curry onto the Kubo on top.
with the two, but we find it to the finals. That's time for a playoff game to 15. Title draft.
6 to shoot. From deep.
And this is for the game. So the plane and losing to the Thunder. Great prize, kid, winning. I think they'll keep on in tournament. Revenge game. looking to win 6 straight.
Big sequence there, guys. Curry takes it upon himself to take and make the big bucket.
Gets more because he got the destiny that is about to follow the Lucas.
Ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You gotta have better shots.
LeBron James, for the season.
Their ability again to stretch the floor,
66 for the season,
in this second
next
half.
to the 3-0 record that he's had ever since the season debut. There is no key loss.
At the offensive end.
And close to making the
The next
defense
play
pay
happens.
for
So,
the lax
next
coverage
to
that
the
time.
13-point average, LA does equal 14, 4.5 rebounds, like 45th passes, in 48 field goals.
Timeout is
It's
called by
basically
Charles
NBA
Lee.
Finals.
He's
The
clearly
48
intent on
the
wanting to
48
lock
field
in
goal
and make sure
percentage
everyone's on the
against
same
LA
page.
Clippers. LA Clippers because 48.
No good, unable to end this run.
I tried every type
Pacers
of
leading by 9.
Viagra or to benefit, and you see how it's going to benefit. I know it's what you something good, but you didn't get the results. 4 out of 10.
Tops it
Now,
outside.
I'm most excited by the combination of it.
And the 3 misses.
This one, if I use Philadelphia and Dallas.
Curry.
This one, added Philadelphia to the mix. It wasn't the same problem. They got things going down there. But he's not going around up here. So physically, the guy that's ready, mentally, I still wasn't into it. 6 out of 10. Last year. I tried New York.
Now Curry.
Spoiler,
Let's lose a 3.
good work. Like the other guy, you get Philadelphia and Dallas, but the real game changer is that
They definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
And Indiana can just let the clock run down here.
And my wife couldn't believe how well it worked. It's incredible, especially for someone who's been struggling for
And so the Pacers take the win. Just a massive victory, Greg. Maybe it's overstating it, but I think this was a game they had to have.
It's 21 field goals, 21 is a total. It's 21. There ain't no doubt about that. Obviously,
would have given this team a
40
huge hill
attempts
to climb. But now at
for
one game apiece
the season.
and with
So
some
he's
momentum,
shooting over
this is it.
50%. He's at over 50%. He's getting back to the groove. He's at 52, 53%. King LeBron does equal 53, 52.
Yeah, 38 points.
Obviously, the coming prophecy of the back-to-back titles, 6 wins for the Lakers' 19th title, mirroring the birthday of the real King James. He did win the title for Cleveland on the real birthday of King James.
Share the ball a lot.
Point totals, he's at 53 points. He does have to 53 points for the season against the Mavericks. So his point average now rounds up to 18. It is 17.7 points per game. Lakers 17-time champions won the title at the bubble. Clippers did finish with 118 points today. He finishes
Game 3,
to be at
Eastern
26
Conference
assists for the season.
semifinals.
Kingo
The
LeBron
Charlotte Hornets have
Kobe
showed up
Bryant this
hungry
year.
and determined to
The
fight for what they
Kobe.
believe is rightfully
That's
theirs.
what that is
Will
about.
they be able to break the stalemate
Right there.
and come out on top?
Well, the venue's different, but the stake, you take a look at the Hornets.
8.7 assists per game, kind of like James does equal 87. So we got the assists, we have the field goals, we've got the points per game, 15 divided by 3, that's exactly 5 rebounds per game. This is the meaning he's at 96 minutes for the season, to be exact. 96 is the mark of the Los Angeles Clippers. Yeah, he made his debut against for this season against Utah Jazz. The Jazz does equal 96. It does equal the 30th NBA Finals win incoming from GOAT King LeBron James. The 3-0 start to King GOAT LeBron's birthday, 34 The Lakers' 34th NBA Finals appearance would be for the repeat. Yesterday was the 25th. King James does equal 35. He becomes King James for his 30th win in the finals. And this is exactly 5 weeks for his birthday from the 3-0 start. Connection to Michael Jordan, we can do that as well. We can certainly do that as well. James is 12. 84 is the playoff series record in the West as a member of the Lakers when he beats the Thunder to win the West. Kobe birthday to 3-0 start. For Gold King LeBron James, 3 months, 2 days, Gold King LeBron is the greatest. It's a fact. 95 days, Lakers won the title at the 95-day bubble. Lake Show would be if we don't include the ending, but there's 95. This is what we get. Well, Lakers does equal 96. He played 96 minutes for the season. Los Angeles Lakers does equal 95. I know it does. And there it is right there. Okay, this is how I'd like to close the box score and everything else. Lakers did score 69 points. They were at 69 points at the after NBA Finals. Gematria would include the. So there is that right there. Oh God, I'm not surprised. Champion is 43, the GOAT's 31, Disney 31, Heat 31, 25 is Kawhi, 25 points. Kawhi Leonard is there for the Clippers. Now on the team stats. Yeah, NBA Finals and James both equal 87, 21 field goal attempts. Lakers does equal 21. Largest lead of 18 points in the game for the Lakers. They win the 18th title. Get with the program.
Do you know someone in your life who could use Canon Plus? The 5 for 5 Give-a-thon. Buy $5 from CanonPress.com and you can give away 5 Canon Plus family subscriptions. That's $5 for you and a whole year of Canon Plus for 5 different families.
Meet your new workout partner, Vinia Daily Chews 2X Formula. Vinia is a breakthrough red grape cell superfood packed with 12 milligrams of high-speed resveratrol, clinically shown to increase arterial dilation, improve blood flow, and deliver physical energy. I'm not sure about you guys, but I think the Lakers are off to a pretty damn good start, kicking it off to a 13-4 record, second place in the Western Conference, many of which came without LeBron playing, 14 of which actually came without him on the court, 3 of them came without Austin Reeves on the court.
I mean, you're not young boys to drop something. What young boys to drop? He uploaded to his page.
They let one slip away at home. You know they're desperate to regain the advantage.
Yes, they are. But let's also credit their opponent. This matchup has looked more even than many people expected. They're going to have to play their best ball to win tonight here on the road.
And a look at the starters for Charlotte. Stephen Curry is out there with Devin Booker. Then it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Abdul-Jabbar in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Curry for 3. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson.
That's Curry's game. I mean, you can't give him a sliver of daylight out there.
With the crossover, Curry, no good.
He's got a nice feel for that crossover. You still have to finish.
Antetokounmpo with the block. And it's out of bounds to Indiana. And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
Yeah, this is the elevated energy level you expect in the postseason. Chasing down blocks and making an impact.
That sounds like some Chief Keef to me. That's exactly sound like.
It's how I think it is. I ain't trying to point it out because they won't call me police. That ain't what I think it is, though, right? That's what I be telling y'all. One thing about YB, that nigga don't care about the law. He don't care about nothing. He not gonna let nothing come in between him and his expression. Half of these niggas, they go to jail for 30 minutes and they come out like, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's what I'm saying about Baby. Respectfully, I ain't trying to say nothing. I ain't trying to diss him. But ever since he heard there was an investigation into him, that nigga been making chicken music.
Curry looking it over.
Young boy go to jail. He get investigated. He get tough on him. He don't care. I ain't gonna lie. Yo, he get locked up. Yo, that nigga went through hell for 5 years for having a girl. As soon as he's out clear, guess what we got to do?
Looks like an illegal screen.
Yeah, this is a nigga that can't work. This is a nigga that can't work. This is a real matchup. It's hard.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with it.
Yo, this is what I'm telling you, man. This guy right here. Yeah, honestly, and I know some people, they misinterpret what I say. So I always got to speak intelligently that people can't be like, word, look at that. He's just been over violence.
The massive wingspan of that.
I think Young Boy is taking out a gun and shooting people everywhere. Young Boy understands the perception of it. Right? Not saying he's not like that. He's not like that either. But he understands the perception.
They better be thinking about him.
His fans want to see this. You get what I'm saying? The thing is, everybody else, like, as soon as they get a parking ticket or get like they get locked up for 25 minutes, they change their whole rhythm. They go to prison reform. They say that's not my thing no more. They're disavowing it. The more they lock YB up, the tougher you get. The more you street. I ain't gonna lie. You get him kind of like, you know what I mean, like, them just like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I'm about to stop the violence. Yo, this is Young Boy about
here from Allie LaForce.
Earlier I spoke with Rick Carlisle. He said they have their
everybody know how this is going to go.
sport in many different ways. Coach told me people talk about his
Young Boy, Atlanta,
it's
simple.
that if you crowd him, he can take
This is Young Boy.
and he has the size to do damage there. Back to you.
And Allie, thanks.
And watch how Tatum navigates the contact. Just one of the many go-to moves for him in the paint.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar, and he goes in for the dunk. He was grabbing the rim to extend the hang time. Hey, maybe making sure the landing was kinder than the takeoff.
Yeah, right. I don't know how much weight that carries.
Thompson outside. Nice passing by Indiana here.
This is my boy.
A nice shot by Tatum.
This is my boy.
I like how Tatum had his hands up
This is my
and ready
street.
to go on that catch and shoot. Well done.
Yo,
Trail by 6.
yo, Bonnie was going to stay on the yo, Atlanta used to be home on the Draco. He ain't Draco stage.
Fires the 3.
Yo, Bonnie was to stop Atlanta and spend to even be there, bro.
The Pacers have gone 5 of 8.
Now, YB just got out the fan. Yo,
Pass to Curry.
Yeah.
Puts up a 3. The shot won't fall.
I don't tell guns no
And
more.
so Curry will bring it up for Charlotte.
And let me say something smart, but you're going to get me. And they're going to both say a great state for only Atlanta niggas who feel like they're getting old when I say it. Music is perception.
And you know what? They're going to keep
okay?
I mean, he'll be the center.
And YB knows the image. Like, he's a dumb nigga. He knows. Yo, right now, YB is like one of the only street niggas that's still on crack out there. Everybody else is rapping about some hip-hop phonics. Okay? Probably Willis got them scared they can't rap tough. Young Thug can't say slime and slang. He's over there performing in front of the courthouse. None of the tough niggas can rap tough no more. YB, he rapping tough than he's ever rapped. Here's the thing, his fans don't want him to be on no, like, And by the way, Bruce wrote the best. You know about Kane, him going through shit. But niggas know when it comes to fast shot music, you might just better one.
Since we started
so here's the thing. I'm not saying you gotta kill him. But shit, is he gonna post some shit while he making a video? Nigga,
7'2" Abdul-Jabbar is such a remarkable player, so talented, and you gotta love that unblockable signature skyhook shot that he mastered.
The only other nigga that I see me told shit like that recently, other than like, you know, obviously the Chicago crash house, is EBKJ, but he locked up. That's what I'm saying. Yo, imagine if Young Boy went on tour with EBKJ. Oh my God. Oh my God. It would be like a military war zone, bro.
Here's Jordan. The Pacers again can't hit.
Good offense meets good defense. Not always.
And again, I'm going to try to make this not ignorant because people are going to try to put me and dismiss it and say, oh, you just got some treatments. He's not a student. None. Music is about perception. Young Boy is one of the last remaining gangster rappers. The rest of y'all, we've seen y'all cold. We've seen y'all cold, which means the cops getting scared and you start to acquire. We've seen y'all backflip. We've seen y'all different. Everybody who got exposed, all these two rappers. Well, Savage is that's how I think Savage about Dr. Crazy. No, Savage will Dr. Crazy. But the rest of the street rappers, this is about street rappers there. You don't see them. Like Bobby, he's still believing, and he's given the imagery, even the 360 view that a fan is going to see, that you are going to be believing. You know what I'm saying?
And out of the group ball with the basket. On the assist from Irving.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
8 seconds separating the two clocks. Thompson outside. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
I love how active David Thompson is on the offensive end, especially
no more break dancing. No more belly roll, shit like that, John Rader.
Now Curry.
If you make it a good song that can chug the Sean Golden, you gotta make some killer anthem with like some military tanks, RPG. That's how you
contested first quarter of play.
Tell me.
Hornets out in front, up by 1. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
They got a weapon here right now.
Happy to have you back with us for the Eastern Conference semifinals on 2K Sports. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from Charlotte?
I know y'all
they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled. And you know, for them guys,
it's probably the only rapper that gets the level of he's doing the arena. Just came up with $75 million. They've grown $75 million.
That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers.
Like really,
kicks it out to Holmgren.
Usually it's one of the other. If you really think that you're the cash out, you're not going on tour to do it.
When Holmgren
you usually think you're the niggas who's going to like, you know, get 1 or 2 shows because they're really with him. He's the only person I think maintained the image that he might shoot a nigga today, or he's selling out of stadium tomorrow.
When the shot goes
and
up,
I hope y'all understand what I'm saying.
You want to lose track of. Well, that's a nice play right there.
Cunningham passes to Nowitzki. Caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Hey, who needs a 40-inch vertical? That throw down from dirt is good enough for me.
Outside Tatum to the inside. Warning. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Indiana shooting their first free throws in the evening.
He said, act. You think they're ready for some murder shit? Yeah, I guess it's what he's talking about. I bet. Holy. Holy, all right. You dropped something to you? Hey, Johnson,
The first free throw is good.
You know, Morning plays with such passion. I love it. A leader both on and off the floor. A very imposing center.
Booker, he's checked in for Charlotte. Hits both from the stripe. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. Indiana with the rebound. Tatum feeling it out a bit. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. The Hornets have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Booker pass to Holmgren. Unload. Shot that time, not on target.
Surprising to see that he had so much room for mid-range. I think he was surprised too.
Jordan with the bucket.
Boy, what a ruthless, wicked dribble move that time by Jordan. Threw his defender off and got the space he needed to fire.
Booker no good. The Pacers shooting a solid 47%. Pass to Jordan.
No, Coach is trying to put us in act. Why use a CIA asset? His mission is to promote sped activities and bring lots of youth. He's completely controlled as part of the deal to stay out of prison.
Hey, that's the defensive fault right there. I mean, you got to put the warning much farther away than that.
On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. Thompson, he's checked in for Indiana. And Charlotte making a change here.
He wasn't quite as assertive as he needed to be in the first quarter, but now he's taking a more head-on approach and getting himself to the line.
Here's Booker. Charlotte, no good that time either.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Really left him alone that time. Price has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
The three-point shot is the calling card of Mark Price. He's incredible from deep.
And Charles Lee wants a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
That one is gangsta shit. Hey, you know, influence is a fascinating thing. Sometimes I watch a YouTube video and I'm like, this is
the Pacers making a change here. Curry's checked in. And the Hornets making a change here as well. Curry, he's checked in for Chet Holmgren.
And you know what I mean? I think he does a good job of like mixing it up.
Shot is good by Curry.
Curry's
got his first points of the
night. On tour, right?
This is why you gotta be right up on Curry. Any breathing room he gets is too much.
They're in New York, right? I don't know why they think I'm the blink, right? I get a call from the team this year.
Around 3 minutes gone
by. So I said, what? They said, yo,
pulls it in.
You know anybody that got
Hornets trail by 4. Here's Booker. Outside Curry. Let's go to 3. Curry with a long-range bomb.
Feels like he's found his footing here in the second quarter. Much more efficient.
And then I'm like, I can do that shit. I can find somebody. It's like, yo.
Top scorers in the playoffs on our CaP leaderboard. Third is Jason Tatum.
Perfect time to take it to another level offensively.
He need a bank ball. He gonna do video in the bank ball. Ball. He's like, yeah, let's get a bank to open up that he can do a video in the book. Well, really gonna do a video in the book. Yo, top leader ball right now. Keep in mind, they're not calling that a decent out.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter.
Lead it now.
To the right side. Morning passes to Baylor.
That's a wild pass. I'm like,
here's Thompson. That's short off the rim.
Decent look at it, but sometimes the shot just doesn't go down.
This is starting to get outside my wheelhouse of things I can
the 3 from Curry.
So I'm like, I'm gonna try to make some calls. I know some niggas that might know some defense. I don't know those defense.
After having none in the first, he gets 2 3-point shots.
Then he's like, yo, top, he's like, you need a penthouse. I can see the whole city.
Stop the run.
I just keep hearing this ridiculous action, right? And really, like, and this is really poetry relative.
Guess what?
That's it.
He's looking to come
So
right back at
I'm hearing about the story now later. I'm like, yo, you guys caught me. Like, I was saying, if I know somebody before this, send that business like fucking and stuff like this. And he's like, yo, that's what Pop wanted to do. So anyways, I'm like, what did y'all end up doing? He's like, did you see on the ground? You got the Rolls Royce? I'm like, all right, we got the Rolls Royces. Pretty soon we got the girls because this shit goes all around. Yeah, I get it. Oh, we got, he's like, oh yeah, no, we got the ball. So I'm like, oh shit, so that's the video. The nigga said, man, act. They said, this is the funny part. They said they get all this shit from the young boy within a couple of hours. They said he's boy goes to the fucking like penthouse and he's like, this shit ain't it, man. Give me another pack. They're gonna be like, for the next bigger penthouse. So now, you tell me, they're like, yo, already, just off the TD's ass score was 75,000.
20%.
Well, you know he's making 1.5.
And a deep three from Curry.
I'll just tell you how sporadic he is. This nigga probably bought $33, right? But in another situation, he's averaging shit that's running up almost 100,000 before the camera did. Alright, so I'm like, damn, what video got shot? It said act. When we get there, we finally get to the penthouse and he's like, he said top gonna walk in and be like, hey yo, what song y'all think I can do? Then he let him like, nigga, what? You got a song about?
What a teammate,
They said, they realized he goes out to the bus, they realize young boy gets the set ready and goes into the bus and records a song in the bus to do at the shoot. So he had to, and then he's looking at this nigga like, so again, I don't know, it was just a funny story. But essentially, they basically had them go get like 100,000 worth of shit. And he didn't know what song he was going to do. He goes in the bus and record a song. And then they shoot the video.
It certainly appears to be the case. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
And nobody's going to tell them no. You're making that much money from it, right? Anyway, young boy's back on this, you know what I mean? Pistol poke, little thing, you know what I mean? Eventually we'll get back to stop the violence.
Pretty much easy money.
Okay, now, okay. Slime Cry on the way. But clearly he's not going to stop them putting out the music. It is what it is.
Kicks it out to Holmgren.
Again, I don't see anything I'm blazing. Maybe I just have a closer perspective to like trying to see how some of the things up what happens with them. And I am giving credit to where I feel like I don't think he's an idiot, but I think he knows that perception-wise and what he represents, if he just goes gospel, that won't work. And he knows enough that you still got to portray the same things. I'm not saying portray like he's not really living, but you got to show people. You know what I mean? Like niggas want to see Top with the fucking
Game 3 action right? Here at the break. It's a nice lead for the Indiana Pacers.
That's the other.
Got to give it up for their second unit, leaping off that bench, going out there playing like starters.
Roster depth, a key factor for them here. Looking at this series for the Indiana Pacers, they were able to take a game on the road, capturing home court advantage. Shaq, how important is Game 3 for them?
Well, Game 3 is always huge. They took care of business on the road. Now they have to hit you guys with a big word. Now they have to capitalize on it.
Ooh. Well, it won't be easy, but I'm going to make a prediction, guys. You ready?
No, but go ahead.
Whoever wins this Game 3, they win the series.
That is bold, Kenny. I sort of like it. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And welcome back to our coverage of Game 3 on 2K Sports. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And here's Charlotte now, trailing by 4. Here's who Charles Lee is starting in the second half. They've got Giannis Antetokounmpo. Stephen Curry is out there with Devin Booker. And it's Abdul-Jabbar in at the 5. Outside Curry, just 5 to shoot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
The athletic prowess of Tatum on full display. What a move to the bucket.
Hornets trail by 6. Curry with it. 10 points for him. Pass to Nowitzki. Clock at 4. Beyond the arc. Indiana with a rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Tatum finds Thompson. Tatum to the rack. And finished off by Tatum.
Cannot let Tatum roll to the bucket. When he's got a head of steam, he's going to finish with power.
Curry passes to Abdul-Jabbar. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative and make something happen.
Here's Booker. The kick out, Curry. Pass to Nowitzki. Now Antetokounmpo. It's Booker on the wing. The 3 is up. That shot off the mark. Indiana leading by 6. Curry passes to Thompson. Here's Mourning. Booker defending. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Mourning's got that sculpted body and plays with such strength, able to brush off the contact on his way up for the shot.
Here's Booker. There's Booker slicing inside.
What a move that time. Crossed up the whole building on that play.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Thompson finds Curry. Shoots over Curry. Curry's shot is off.
Boy, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
Curry against Thompson. Here's the pick, and the officials will call the illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Charlotte. Irving comes in for Devin Booker.
This is why Tatum is a superstar. His confidence in shooting the ball right away, quick release, money.
Durant, pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Out of bounds, it'll be Indiana's ball. Some of the most impressive shooters in the game. Here are the guys who have been hitting with consistency from outside the arc. The fourth spot held by Devin Booker. And, of course, Jason Tatum. These guys have...
So we got to talk about him with like his attitude again to explain the reason Draymond Green and Kenyon Martin. So Draymond Green has said this about Kenyon Martin on his podcast.
I stand on what I believe in. What I believe in is like, no, I supported that guy, so I'm not just going to jump off The shots just keep coming. And it's like, man, why? And again, I just don't know how you can continue to shoot at me and you underachieve. Like, one All-Star? Make no mistake about it. You are.
Damn. They going there with it. So, man, they're going there with it. All right, let's see. Let's see where this goes.
An All-Star. I'll give you that. A lot of people can't say that in All-Star, so I'll give you that. You're a one-time All-Star. That's beautiful. But you must admit, like, to be the player that you were, defender that you believe you were, and not have, like, a single all-defensive second team, it's kind of an underachievement.
Well, King Mark caught wind of what Draymond Green said. He went on a 23-minute rant.
Okay, Dennis. Drive, Carmelo, Chris Webber, Amari Stoudemire, Chris Bosh, Rasheed Watts, Al Gasol, Elton Brand, Antoine Jameson, Zach Randolph, Carlos Boozer, David West, Jermaine O'Neal, Sean Kemp, Eric Coleman, Clifford Robinson, Danny Manning, Larry Johnson, Ben Baker, Marcus Aldridge, Blake Griffin, Kevin Love, Sharif Abdul-Rahim, Al Jefferson, Drew Gooden, Josh Neal, Tim Thomas, Antoine Walker, Lamar Odom, Jason Williams, Horace Grant, Otis Stewart, Paul Millsap, Jawan Howard, David Lee, Joe Smith, Al Harrington, Michelle Lewis, Brian Grant, Tom Chambers, Kevin McHale, Nene, and Gibbs. You ain't better than Papa Jones, Bo Outlaw, Reggie X.
If I stopped playing basketball today, my career was better. Way more impactful. You know, King and Martin lost a couple of NBA finals. He got to sniff it. Didn't quite get a taste, but got a little sniff of it. Yeah, so your resume got to be a little better.
Delivered from beyond the arc in a big way here in the postseason, stepping up and embracing the spotlight. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Thompson passes to Tatum. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. They set the pick to the paint. Here's Abdul-Jabbar, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Curry's got such a great feel and understanding of the game. I mean, he can make a lot happen in the pick and roll.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And here's Indiana now. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Inside, Morning. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Hey, that's the defense's fault right there. I mean, you got to push Morning much farther away than that.
And Curry's got the ball here for Charlotte. 9-point game. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Wow! A rim-rattling jam by Giannis.
Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulders. He's been tremendous offensively.
Indiana's gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. And that one's good.
Creating a high percentage look with a good decision on that pass.
On the wing, Durant. Pounded by Tatum. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Good work there as it goes. Abdul-Jabbar's got 6 here in the quarter.
Well, you got to bring more energy than this. Abdul-Jabbar is not going to be thrown off much by a little contact.
The 3 from Curry. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound. Hornets trail by 7. Right side, Irving. Outside Curry. Launches it. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. Curry's got 13.
Huge night for Curry in a great rhythm thus far. That's always bad news for the team he's facing.
Pass to Tatum. 3-pointer. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo has got 4 rebounds now. Stolen by Thompson.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it. Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
And good. Barry.
Rick Barry is excellent at getting all the way inside. He's deceptively quick and uses that quickness and athleticism to finish at the cup.
Outside Curry. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? Indiana ahead. They're up by 6. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the 4th quarter.
What is the point of letting Stephen A. and all these other guys talk basketball? You cannot set a different standard. Everyone has their right to their opinion, but
Rick Carlisle had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hold your ground. Hold your ground. Your job is just to stay in front of this guy. Don't go back.
Coach Carlisle preaching strong defense there.
Yeah, basic fundamentals. Doesn't want to see anyone on his team get burned on this end.
And welcome back, folks, for more Eastern Conference semifinal action. They've got Thompson, and it's Price in at the point. That's the 5 for Pacers. Outside Curry. Pass to Irving. The kick out, Curry. Puts one up from 19. Shot is off. 5 for 10 now. Indiana leading by 9. It's a nice pass by Indiana here. And he's going for the oop there. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there.
Just his first turnover of the night. He's been poised and he's been focused.
And you probably one of the orchestrators is that you want to see that fight.
Here's Baylor.
That's kind of main show about basketball is
4th quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Oh, sweet move. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
For him, it has not been a game to remember, but all they care about is that W.
Durant, no good.
As he often does, he gets to the rim. That's just stellar defense.
Here's Thompson. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay. Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error.
Just in time for the holidays. Outside of or 2-point games in that pool, 20-point games.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Charles Lee said to the team. He told his guys to, quote, turn it up, going on to say, only way we get out of this hole is with effort, incredible effort. So show me what you can do out there. It's a big ask, but we'll see what happens. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Antetokounmpo, right side. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. Baylor, pass to Price. Here's Barry. Pass to Price. Out to the right wing. Here's Baylor. He's covered by Curry. And it's Baylor missing.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights that bucket is automatic.
Down low. Here's Holmgren. Holmgren's size beats the contact.
A beautiful finish through contact. That's the dog in Holmgren.
Pacers leading by 9. And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan.
Only scoring 20 points. 44. That's what you have. So, under 2, not so much.
And here's Indiana now. Outside Tatum. Pass to Morning. The offensive rebound. And terrific work on the offensive glass as he picks up the deuce.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked. Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Nowitzki. There's the drive. Rebounded by Morning. The Pacers have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this 4th quarter.
An athletic forward who dunks it with style. Showing off his dunking ability right there.
An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T connected cam? And so Durant will bring it up for the Hornets. Trailing by 13. Antetokounmpo outside. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens. Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Thompson, he's checked in for Jordan. Curry fires. Antetokounmpo with a rebound.
You wonder where was the defense that time, but they got lucky.
Here's Curry. Curry from inside.
Another day, another virtuoso performance from Curry. It never ends.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Pacers. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. From deep, the triple drop.
It works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired. Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You've got to be tougher defensively.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused.
He was talking about a year. He was the leading scorer in his
Hornets trail by 14. And here's Curry. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight. And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they don't have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Curry buries it from outside.
They have a relentless mentality. Even with the game in total control. And you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Outside Booker. Jacks up a three. Another chance. Got a piece of it.
How about the reach and warning? Very impressive and very long, too. Elite shot blocker. Does a good job timing his jump.
Curry. This is the three.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too. And that'll wrap up Game 3. Now we'll look ahead towards an important Game 4 for the Pacers.
Seemed like the sheer volume of three-pointers today was the deciding factor.
And they hit one and then just dialed up again. And it worked.
And in what could be a series-defining victory, they go up 2-1.
And both teams knew tonight would be important. The winner captures momentum going into Game 4. It's been an interesting matchup.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Stephen Curry.
Tremendous contribution from him scoring the basketball. Everywhere you look, his fingerprints were all over this game.
And that basket is good.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out. And I think they can start their celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Oh, he dropped it straight in. Don't do anything silly. Just ride out the clock.
Yes, if they take their time and execute, the game is all theirs.
Oh, he rips it down off the miss.
Fantastic job reading the shot and then getting to the right spot for the rebound and throwdown.
Off on the layup.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt. And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And that's a foul. Hold on, Stephen Curry. That's his first foul. And so Indiana takes this one by a big margin. And this is a critical win for them. They grab the lead in the series after splitting the first two games.
Yeah, Game 3 feels like a Game 7 if the series is tied. It has a huge impact. They're in the driver's seat now, as long as they don't lose their focus.
Time for us to say so long. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage during the second round of the NBA Eastern Conference Playoffs. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. And now, time for our player of the game, Stephen Curry.
Nothing that you could have done with numbers. You would have been an afterthought. The best skill set. We played in sports. What real we played. Athleticism, skill set. What I did, what we did as forwards in this league. You would have been an afterthought. Nothing you could have did with me, nothing. You're one of these guys that I fucking named on any given night. So what we talking basketball here? Individual, what you stand on. You're married. And I stand on it, bro. Like, no, go ask the same people I named that I played against. Go ask them. Go have this conversation. Let's sit in the room. Let's sit in a room and have this power forward conversation with the one. Go ask Tim. Go ask KG. Go ask Dirk. Go ask Lamar. Go ask them. And go ask the younger generation, Lamarcus Aldridge, Alger, go ask them. This is, we're talking numbers and defensive ratings and certain things. You want to mention defense, so go look it up as a fact. All-time defensive rating regular season, mine is higher than yours. Playoff, mine is higher than yours.
Fuck, bro. He's using the fuck. Yours is higher because you played at a point in time where the defensive rating across the league was lower. So that's why your defensive rating is better. Because by this logic, Draymond's offensive rating is better than yours, but you don't think that he's a better offensive player than you. Using defensive rating is dumb. Individual defensive rating does not tell you who's a better defender. If you want to use defensive rating when someone is on the floor versus off the floor, that may work. But blindly using defensive ratings, no, bro. Everyone's defensive rating back then is lower, and everyone's offensive ratings now is higher because of the era that you played in. You would use it relative to what the league average is. And when Draymond is not on the floor for the Golden State Warriors, routinely, they go from the number 1 ranked defense or number 2 ranked defense to an average, if not lower, defensive team almost every single time. Every time. So no, bro. No. And as a sidebar, after Kenyon had left, and to be fair, he got older, he was dealing with injuries, so he wasn't the same Kenyon Martin. So I'm not about to sit here and drag it too much. But outside of like a year or two in New Jersey, bro, the Nets were never really a constant like top defensive team after that. And then he left, he went to Denver. And when he went to Denver, they were a good defensive team, but they were not at the top of the league. Draymond has been at the top of the league defensively consistently throughout his career. When I say top of the league, I'm talking about top 5 or better. Even if you want to drop it down to top 10, Draymond, I believe, has led that team to be a top 10 defense for like a decade straight. And it don't matter who's there. Clay can be there, Iggy can be there, Wiggins can be there, or they cannot be there, and it would still be that number. Also, I'm going to just, because I already feel like, all right, because I'm not going to watch this entire thing, because he's just about to say some ridiculous stuff. The argument of skill and who you are as a player, let's be clear, out of all respect, out of the utmost respect, Kenyon was not this skilled player, bro. He just wasn't. That's not who Kenyon Martin was. Kenyon Martin is a product of a time of basketball where they gave the ball to bigs just because, for the sake of it. That's where Kenyon Martin relied on. Kenyon is talking about my skill and the merit that I stood on. Kenyon was not that. Kenyon was a really, 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 really good athletic guy. Uses athleticism, ran in transition. He got buckets that way. If you told Kenyon Martin to create a shot outside of like 5 feet, it's not what you think it is. So the 2002 season that you're referencing, this is about to get nasty, but it is what it is. In the restricted area, it's 70%. In the paint non-restricted, it's sub 40%. Mid-range, 33%. Top of the key three, 15%. Kenyon Martin on jump shots, he shot 31.5% on jump shots. Kenyon Martin is not, that's not him. That's just not who you were as a player. And niggas is in my comment section saying, you don't know, bro. I watched Kenyon Martin. That's not who he was as a player, bro. We go in the playoffs, in the restricted area, you went from 70% and it dropped down to 58%. 58, 38 in the paint non-restricted, 33, 34. Bro, anything outside of like 8 feet, even when it's in 8 feet, it's only 53%. We remove that in a regular season. Anything out of 5 feet, 40% or lower. It's not that. 2003, 5 feet, 64%. Everything else outside of 5 feet, 38, 30, 35, 20, 30. Like, bro, it's not that. That's not who you are as a player, bro. Kenyon was not a skilled guy. That's not who he was. You were a transition guy. Lobs were thrown your way. You caught them, put back dunks. With alley-oops, 96%. Alley-oop layups, 40%. Jump shots, 27%. 27% on jump shots. You were not the guy that we throw the ball to and we want you to create. Kenyon Martin is one of the players, and this is the reason why when like so many people talk about that era of basketball, and they just think because I saw him do it, thus means he's good at it. Kenyon was not good at self-creating. He just wasn't. He did it because that's what coaches did back then. But that wasn't his game.
No, bro, it's in your phrase, if you're such this great defender, and I'm gonna stop. So you're such this great defender in this era of non-defensive people, why don't you have more defensive players here? That you're such this great defender, brother. In this era.
Black Friday is finally here, and it's the biggest sale of the year here at Star Audio. We have
people who.
The argument now is that he doesn't have enough BPOIs, even though he has more than you. He has 9 all defensive selections. This is what I be talking about. It's never enough. It does not matter what someone does. It's never enough. You're so good at